Beautiful sunny day in Victoria as we move to Centennial Stadium now, and game number 3 for Canada.
No heads.
And a much larger crowd than what we saw for the first 2 games. And it's very simple. Canada wins, they'll play Mexico in the semifinals. They lose, they will play the United States. That's how important this is. And one lineup change for Canada to talk about as we take a look at the Costa Rican squad there. Canada with Andrea Neal in for the first time, the veteran. She has played for Canada many times, but she's back in finally, Helen, after a groin injury.
Well, and it's good to see her back in the lineup. She is one of the leaders on this team. She's got a lot of experience, and she should add a good strength in the middle of the midfield. And she's smart. She plays a strong game in the air. It's exactly what they need there in the midfield.
As far as Costa Rica is concerned, well, we've talked about Canada and the young lineup that they are fielding, so many of the under-19 squad. Well, Costa Rica, they will be fielding more of their under-19 players than Canada will be today.
Well, Costa Rica has 6 under-19 players on this starting lineup. Megan Chavez is one of their star strikers. She's scored 4 goals so far, 2 against Jamaica, 2 against Haiti. Watch for her to lead this team up front.
And number 5 there, Monica Salazar, is only 16 years old. Canada will go with Karina LeBlanc in goal again. The back 3 will be Randy Hermes, Charolta Nonan, and Brianna Boyd. The referee for today's game, that's Sandra Hunt of the United States. 3-5-2 formation for Canada. The midfield composed of Savannah Bertini, Andrea Neal, Christine Sinclair, Brittany Timko, and Candace Chapman. And up front, it's Charmaine Hooper and Cara Lang, although Christine Sinclair, technically a midfielder, is really an attacking player in this setup. And so we are underway. This is Brianna Boyd for Canada. For Candace Chapman, too far, but there's Cara Lang deep and can't handle that ball. Challenged there by Carol Segura, one of the under-19s for Costa Rica. She's just 18 years old. Cara Lang, you saw in the opening, those tremendous strikes from her.
You know, she was definitely player of the match that last game. What an incredible game. And what impressed me most wasn't just her goal-scoring ability, but she was setting up some beautiful plays as well. Savannah Bertini with the corner kick, first one of the game. Sent back out, and that shot deflected. That one coming from Brittany Timko. Canada keeping the pressure on here early. This ball into the corner for Bertini, too far. Throw in here for Jamaica. Lovely autumn day here in Victoria. The sun has shone brightly every day we've been here since last Monday. The weather has been spectacular. Chilly evenings, but pleasant sunny days. Throw in quickly for Lang. Again, it's spoiled by Segura, but Canada keeping the pressure on here early. Boyd with the throw. There's Lang. Trying to get into position, stumbled a little, and then it's cleared. Well,
Back is Boyd. Sorry, Helen, go ahead.
They're marking those strikers really tightly. They've obviously done their homework with this Canadian squad, but I don't know how long that they'll keep up and marking them that tightly, Jerry.
Lang a little slow on that ball, and it's knocked out, but Canada will retain possession. Chapman puts it in play. Here's Boyd. Brianna Boyd of Edmonton, Alberta, has done a great job for Canada from that right-sided defensive position. Here she is knocking one into the box, cleared. Boyd again. That looked offside, but it was not called. It's onside, and Canada very nearly with an opportunity there to take the early lead. Ricardo Rodriguez, the coach for Costa Rica, and there's Charmaine Hooper, the veteran, with 4 goals in this tournament. Free kick here from Monica Salazar. Taking the goal kick actually in place of the keeper. Charolta Nonan winning that ball for Bertini. Bertini against Maricela Rojas.
And one thing Canada really wants to do in this game is not give these Costa Rican players too much time on the ball. They're very crafty with the ball at their feet. They want to make sure they win possession every single time the ball is in the air or the ball is on the ground.
Foul committed there, but as we've seen in all of these games, some of the fouls are rather soft, but the call is made.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Sometimes these 50-50 balls, it's just a matter of two players going in hard. One player gets knocked down, and the call goes against the player that stays standing, and that's just not a foul. You can't be fouled for just being a stronger player.
This is 16-year-old Monica Salazar. Another ball bouncing around out there, so referee Sandra Hunt blows it down. You don't see this too often in a soccer match. Salazar. Lang and Hooper working together up front. Christine Sinclair just in behind. Timko tried to head that forward, didn't work. This is Shirley Cruz taken down. Another one of the young players, 17. Andrea Neal there, veteran of 71 internationals now.
And I mentioned that these players are going to be crafty with the ball at their feet, and there's a good example of that. She watched to see where her opponent was, does a quick little turn and gets the foul committed against her, and Canada's just got to be aware of that.
Andrea Neal, her first game of the tournament after recovering sufficiently from a groin injury, and her timing couldn't have been better because Carmelina Moscato, who has been playing in that position, went off with a strained knee ligament in Canada's last game. Coincidentally, Neal was ready to go today anyway, so Neal moves in there. The word on Moscato is day to day. Another look at that play.
Not too sure of that foul, but again, another incidence of a soft foul being called.
There's the free kick. And not a very good one as Cara Lang comes back to take it away. Here's Lang down the right side. Lots of help with Timko and Hooper in the middle. Lang still with it, eventually losing out. Might have been a smarter play to make that cross.
Cara Lang made such a great run down that right-hand side, cut it back. Her best option was just to keep taking that forward, get across, and she had a little bit of space. She had beaten her defender already. When she cuts it back, she offered her opponent the ball, but she got the foul.
Got the foul and the free kick from Sherolta Nonan here. In front, the keeper off her line. Still in there. Still dangerous. The keeper comes out, saves the first one and the second one. And the keeper is hurt. That's Marie-Claire Hera. I think Bertini was carded on that play. Let's have another look here, see what happened.
That was a great ball in. Charmaine Hooper watched that. Great save by the keeper there. Bertini, really, there was a loose ball. The keeper didn't have control of it.
Maybe she did.
Maybe she did in that look. She's not too happy with the call, though.
So Bertini gets the yellow, and the keeper, Marie-Claire Hera, is still down. I'm not sure if Bertini kicked her in the face inadvertently when going for that ball or not. Let's listen and see what we can pick up here. But we didn't hear much there, obviously. Let's try again. Didn't hear a whistle on that play, but the result is Hera is up and ready to continue, and Bertini has the yellow card. Down at the other end, Karina LeBlanc has not touched the ball. Here's Bertini down the left side. Bertini with great pace down there, and the cross. Canada dominating this game in the early stages. All time against Costa Rica, just 2 games played.
And that most recent win, September 4th, 1998, there were only 4 players in that lineup that are on this roster here today. 4 players were Isabelle Morneau, who's actually injured, Charmaine Hooper, Silvana Bertini, and Amy Walsh. That's how much the team has changed under Evan Pellerud.
That tells you how many young players have come into this program.
Sinclair, I think, was hoping for Lang or Chapman to make a run down the right side on that play. Didn't happen.
Costa Rica with a lot of players playing defensive in this game so far. 1 player up top just waiting for those long balls, and I think they're going to continue this for most of the game. Canada's so strong offensively, it's really the only way they can stay in this game.
Goal kick taken by the defender Salazar. Nonan returns it. Lang smartly headed back to Candace Chapman, who has room, takes the strike, can't bend it around enough. Talked about Pellerud changing this team since the last time they played Costa Rica. There's his record, including this tournament. Not bad at all. He has turned the program around. And he has this team scoring goals, and he's not afraid to use the youngsters.
And so many players are so happy with him as a coach. I've talked to a lot of the players. They tell me that he gives every single player confidence, really makes them feel important, an important part of the team, and that's such a critical thing as a coach. He's done an incredible job really taking this team from a mediocre team to a world-class top 3 team.
There's the header from Carl Lang on top. That was smartly played in by Charmaine Hooper. Lang nearly finishing it off.
And Charmaine Hooper puts a great cross, and Carl Lang times that nicely, just couldn't get her head over top of that one. But Canada's one of their best scoring chances so far in the game.
A little more than 10 minutes gone in the first half. Still, I don't think Karina LeBlanc has touched the ball yet.
I don't even know if it's really gone over into their Canada's defensive third yet.
Here's Hooper. Taken down and fouled. That was Salazar.
And Charmaine Hooper holds onto the ball so nicely, tries to get around, then gets pulled down. She's so quick with her feet.
And so another opportunity here for Canada to break the deadlock. Bertini to send it in. A good ball in there, punched out by the keeper. Another shot and then headed away. Not completely away. Mad scramble in front of Hera's line. For the moment, Costa Rica escaping. Canada keeps coming, and here's Lang again. Cross for Hooper. Hooper can't get a shot away. Cindy Rodriguez broke it up. There's Andre Neal stepping up and getting fouled.
Well, got to give goalkeeper Hera a little credit on that. She's got so much confidence. And here's a look at Andre Neal getting fouled. She does a good job of keeping that ball away from her opponent.
There was that long ball in from Brianna Boyd over the net. So Canada dominating. We figured that would be the case. Still no goals. Gabriela Trillo here. She's the captain. Chapman for Canada. Lang has it. And wins it.
Lang does such a good job of controlling the ball with the outside of her foot, keeping it away from her opponent. Such a hard skill, and she's so good at it.
Lang flips that one over the defender to herself and nearly made it work.
Here's a look at that opportunity for Canada. Keeper comes out well, very confident there. And look at this, off the line. That was close. And again.
Boyd puts it in there, goes cleanly through to the keeper without a whole lot of pace on it, and Herro recovers. Charolta Nonen for Randy Hermes, getting her second start. Boyd for Timko. She can't keep it in play. This is Cynthia Lopez. Boyd. Bertini, who's now on this side. And Chapman has moved over to the other side. And Karina LeBlanc has the ball.
I think we'll see Silvana make it over to the other side. She did take the corner kick from this side. They don't like to switch until there's a good opportunity for them to switch. She'll probably make it over to that left side again. Candace Chapman just filling in on that side right now.
Lang unable to get that cross over. And it looks as though Bertini will spend a little more time on the right side of the pitch, because here's another corner kick and she'll be taking it. There's Christine Sinclair with 6 goals in the tournament, tied with Tiffany Milbred of the United States in that department. Here's Bertini's corner. Canada getting plenty of opportunities, unable to finish. There's Andrea Neal from Vancouver, plays for the Vancouver Breakers. Finally healthy again, and that's good to see.
Good to see Andrea Neal back on the pitch. She is a leader on the field. That's what Pellerud tells us as well. She's a good leader, and it's important to have those kind of players on there leading the team.
This is her 71st appearance for Canada. She scored 11 goals along the way. I would love to get into the act here with Canada scoring so many. 11-1 over Haiti was the score in the first game. 9-0 over Jamaica in the second game. And they've owned the possession, they've owned the ball really in this game as well, with 67% of the possession so far. That's through a little more than 15 minutes.
Well, Costa Rica doing a not too bad job of defending. They've actually put one player in front of the attackers and one player behind, so you're seeing a lot of balls getting cut out by that one player in front of the attackers.
Here's Charolta Nonen. The Atlanta beat. Her corner kick. Too short. Karina LeBlanc is spending most of her time halfway to the center stripe. More than halfway.
She's very confident and comfortable, pushing up, pushing forward.
Her second straight start. Erin McLeod played the first game. LeBlanc was in for the shutout against Jamaica. Pellerud is elected to go right back with her again in this game. You get the feeling Erin McLeod will see some action yet before this tournament is over, however. Here's Lang. Played back for Chapman behind her. Boyd wins it for Canada. Can't find Lang with that. And number 4, Segura, doing a good job on Cara Lang. Here's Boyd. Elects to go all the way back to Nonen. Nonen's ball a little lazy back to LeBlanc, as number 17, Jacqueline Alvarez, was after it. Neal tackled, and down comes Alvarez down the right side. Alvarez pretty much on her own. Little help arrives. Nothing but Canadian defenders there to clear it away. Hooper. Winning that ball is Briceño. Here's Boyd. Lang. Lang beats one player, gets the cross through.
Costa Rica trying to establish themselves just a little bit here. Lopez knocks it down, but there's LeBlanc. That was over Lang's head. Chapman is called for that one. The Costa Rican player is still down.
Well, there's another indication. Chapman going for all ball there. I don't think she got the call against her, though, which is a good call by the referee because both players really were just going for the ball.
That had to be incidental contact, and down for a while was Gabriela Trujillo, the captain. So you're right, the call did not go against her because Canada will have the free kick here from Bertini. Sometimes Evan Pellerud puts Cara Lang in this position, but not here. It's Bertini swinging it in, and that one is knocked just off the post. That was as close as Canada have come here in the first half.
Well, another great opportunity for Canada. A good ball in here, a little touch, and that one just goes wide. The keeper gets a hand on it at the last second.
So it's another corner kick for Bertini. That's Randy Hermes up there. Again, the corner kick is short.
Well, that's 2 wasted corner kicks in any game. You really don't want to waste any of those.
Evan Pellerud is quick to play those who have been practicing well, and such was the case with keeper Karina LeBlanc. This was yesterday in training. Pellerud has 2 options, McLeod and LeBlanc, but Pellerud electing to go with LeBlanc, perhaps based on what happened yesterday in training. McLeod started the first game, LeBlanc the last 2. McLeod, of course, is on the under-19 team as well. LeBlanc not that much younger, or not that much older, rather, at 22.
A very, very young Canadian squad. Good future for women's soccer here in Canada.
7 of the under-19 players started the first game. There are 4 in the lineup today. That's Chapman, Sinclair, Lang, and Timko. McLeod is not playing. Moscato was injured. Here comes Hooper. Hooper still has it. Swings it in front, looking for Lang. Knocked away by Segura. Stepping up is Randy Hermes to knock it down. Messed up by the Costa Rican back line, and here's Lang. Her cross, and there's a header by Andrea Neal, I believe, that time that didn't work. Pardon me, Christine Sinclair.
And Cara Lang really dominating this right side with a great cross in. Sinclair gets on the end of it. She got a really powerful header away, but the defense was there to knock it out. You know, this Costa Rican defense is really playing it very smartly, positioning themselves well. They're positioned in front of these Canadian players, not giving them much opportunity on the ball.
Lang taken down and fouled. Lang a little slow to get up, but I think she's okay.
And there she is fighting for the ball. Tries to hold off her player.
Well, the result is a free kick in a great spot, and it looks as though it'll be Lang to take it. And you saw in the opening the goal that she scored from a similar spot in the last game. It was unbelievable off the crossbar and into the net. The keeper had no chance.
And Pellerud told us that she's been practicing these free kicks non-stop after practice.
There's the free kick, and this time it's over the net. But Pellerud says he likes to use it there from time to time just to frighten the opposition because there's so much pace on that ball, and you can see she's grabbing her left leg there. That last collision has had a bit of a lasting after effect.
Well, it looked like she might have gotten the knee right in her thigh, which sometimes causes a little bit of pain, usually can walk it off a little bit, so we'll see how she goes the rest of this half.
Sinclair with the ball forward for Lang. This is Shirley Cruz. She goes down.
And here's a look at that. See how she injured her leg there. Yeah, she got a knee right at the side of her thigh. Bit of a Charlie horse.
So let's hope there's no lasting effects there for Carl Lang. Costa Rica with the deepest penetration they've had so far. One player down, that's Shirley Cruz. Play continues. This is Briseño, knocked back down by Segura. Hermes sends it back to LeBlanc offside.
And that was a late flag coming up on that. That offside was a few seconds earlier. Costa Rica showing a little bit of their technical skill in that last little bit.
Sinclair heading it forward, then Hooper heading it on as well. Cleared by Trujillo. Hermes sends it across into the box. Canada with strength up front, unable to connect. Hermes with the header for Bertini. Well, just over 20 minutes to go in the first half. Still nothing.
Costa Rica again coming up strong defensively, winning those balls in the air. Charmaine being called there for pushing her opponent.
That's Marcelo Rojas. Here's Chapman. Andrea Neal for Sinclair. Rojas was there, knocked in by Bertini.
Bertini had a little bit more time, probably should have brought that down. Didn't have anyone in the first 10 yards, could have probably run at a player or run down the field and tried to cross that in. That was just a little bit of a wasted ball, something that you really don't want to do. You want to maintain possession.
Gabriela Trujillo, the captain, sends it down. Charolta Nonan. Knocked out by Cynthia Lopez. Candace Chapman from Toronto. Knocked out again by Lopez.
And Lopez just playing right in front of Lang, not letting her have those free balls.
Here is Lang. In for Hooper. Kept in by Timko. Bertini misfires. Bertini gets it back again. And she's pulled down. And the referee points to the penalty spot. Bertini pulled down inside the box by Briseño, and it's a penalty.
And a smart move by Bertini here. Sees that the player's behind her, goes around her. The only option was to pull her down. That was the only option. Bertini was going to be free.
Xiomara Briseño committing the foul on Silvana Bertini. And an opportunity here for Canada finally, with less than 18 minutes to go in the first half, to get the first goal of the game. And Charmaine Hooper will do the honors. One nothing Canada.
Well, Charmaine has done this so many times. She knows there's no panic for her to do this. Nicely placed ball. Doesn't overpower it. Just looks into the corner, places it nicely, puts enough pace on it. No chance for the keeper.
Charmaine Hooper's 5th goal of the tournament. 54th for Canada. Meanwhile, back the other way, Karina LeBlanc has to come out to win that ball. That play came suddenly from Costa Rica. Here's Chapman. The diciest moment so far for Canada right there. Seconds after Hooper's penalty. Hermes trying to play it through for Sinclair and or Hooper. She played it too far.
Here's another look at Charmaine Hooper's penalty kick.
Timko marking Shirley Cruz. Cruz still going forward with it. Plays it through. Chapman comes up to knock it from Megan Chavez. And then Bertini follows through. But Costa Rica, despite being down by one, starting to assert themselves a little bit here.
Well, they're looking very crafty out there, and that's one thing about these Costa Ricans. They're very good with the ball at their feet. You don't want them to maintain possession with the ball at their feet. You want to stop them from even getting the ball. That's something Canada has to make sure they do. Don't let them touch the ball, because once they get it at their feet, they can turn, they can move. They're great off the ball.
Remember, once again, if Canada wins this game, they'll play Mexico in the semifinals. If they lose, they'll be forced to play the United States. And the importance of that, of course, is that the two finalists gain automatic entry to the World Cup. So winning the semifinal is critical. But first, you've got to beat Costa Rica. Boyd sends it down for Lang. Costa Rica defeated Haiti 5-0 and Jamaica 2-0 to get to this point. Here's Hooper. Still in there. It's Hooper again, swings and misses the net. Canada coming close now.
And a great save by the keeper on this one, on the first one, and then Charmaine Hooper just couldn't get enough behind that. I don't know if she saw, but Bertini was right behind her waiting for that ball. She could have knocked it off to Bertini, who was facing the net.
Hermes heads it to Sinclair, who knocks it on. To Bertini. This is Bertini. Back to Boyd. Boyd with some room before it's closed down. Sinclair touches it on to Andrea Neal. Hera makes the save.
Nice combination play by the Canadian team there. Beautiful little touches. Andrea Neal gets a great strike on net. Great ball in here, great strike. And again, another good save.
Here's Lang now with an opportunity. Referee Sandra Hunt having words with Lang, and Lang is hurt again.
The Lang cut towards the middle, but there's one extra player there that's been playing in front of Lang that actually cuts in front. Looks like she got a little kick at the back of her calf.
And she's still limping around a little bit, so it's the thigh and now the knee. She's in discomfort right now. It's been a tough first half. 13 minutes to go. Canada with a 1-goal lead, but Costa Rica putting up a game fight here.
Well, this Costa Rican team has come out very well organized, defensively positioned very well. They've got players in front of Cara Lang, a player in front of Charmaine Hooper, and a player behind them.
It's pretty much conceded that Costa Rica are the best team in Central America. And they'll be the second best team in this group unless they pull off the upset here and defeat Canada. Boyd looking for Chapman. Tried to flick it on for Lang. Timko now. Lang heads it for Hooper. The flag's up. That's offside, no goal. Charmaine Hooper tapping it in anyway, but it was a non-issue. The flag had gone up.
It was a nice little flick on by Carl Lang.
Number 4, Carl Segura, is shoulder to shoulder with Carl Lang here. That's how tight she's marking her. Lang moves away from her to play that ball. Here's Cruz. Hermes knocks it back. Sinclair heads it for Hooper, and Hooper is fouled. And the referee pulls out the card here. So Monica Salazar, the 16-year-old.
And there's a look. Gets into Charmaine Hooper's legs and pulls her down with her slide tackle.
So Canada with a free kick opportunity here. Bertini and Sinclair talking this one over. Sinclair will take it. Swings it in, the wall knocks it out. Sinclair has it back again. And can't get it in front. Christine Sinclair of Burnaby, BC. Now in her 38th international for Canada. Goes to school at the University of Portland. Chapman fighting here for it, winning it. Still with it for Lang. Nice move by Candace Chapman. Lang in front. Hooper can't do anything with it. Neal's shot is blocked. Here's Bertini. Bertini's strike is over the net.
And you know, one player we have to mention that you wouldn't really notice unless you kept an eye on her was Christine Sinclair. She has been laying off beautiful balls, creating some great opportunities, and on that one she laid the ball off nicely to Andrea Neal. Got a great strike off Andrea Neal. Blocked the shot by a Costa Rican player, but really Sinclair, keep an eye on her because she's been playing some really nice little balls. You wouldn't notice her because she's not scoring the goals, but she's creating some great opportunities.
Well, nobody's scoring the goals yet, apart from Hooper's penalty. Here's Chapman. Couldn't connect with Timko. Nonen. Chapman inadvertently hits Timko with that. I think she was trying to send it back to Boyd, and Timko was running right into it. Lopez. Cruz. Hermes touched it but didn't get it out the way she wanted to, but Bertini is back there. That's Lang over there on the other side. Here's Bertini now. Hooper is ahead of her. Ball didn't get to her. Visenyo plays it off. Under 8 minutes remaining first half. 1-0 Canada. Final game of the preliminary round. These two teams have both qualified for the semifinals. If Canada wins, they will play Mexico. Costa Rica would play the United States. If Costa Rica wins, they will play Mexico, and Canada will play the United States. There's games to take place at Safeco Field in Seattle on Wednesday evening. Throw in from Rojas. Costa Rica will keep possession here. Not much room down in there. Cleared by Nonen. Lang can't keep it in play.
Jerry Lang is everywhere on this pitch. She's up, she's down. What a great work ethic she has.
Boyd steps up and knocks that one down. Hooper trying to send it on for Lang. Canada will get it here. Game slowed down a little bit now with a little over 6 minutes to go. Canada by far with the greater amount of possession. Virtually all the scoring chances apart from one ball that Leblanc had to come out and get. Cleared by Briseno. Neal moves up to try to help out. Here's Cruz. Rodriguez. Headed back by Nonan. Alvarez. Bad ball. It goes to Cara Lang, but she can't control it. Randy Hermes from Langley, BC. Here's LeBlanc. Well, with Canada scoring 11 against Haiti and then 9 against Jamaica, they were probably figuring to score a few in the first half here. It hasn't happened that way.
I think that's partly due to Costa Rica playing really smart defensively.
Hooper for Lang. Tries to get it back in front, but that's blown down.
Again, we're seeing Costa Rica with that one man in front, and on this chance here, great ball across, but an offside.
Canada not scoring many in the first half here. Costa Rica's game against Haiti, there was no score after the first half, and then Costa Rica scored 5 in the second half. Opposite to that, the United States against Panama, as we watch Cara Lang come down the left side, gets it into the box, not for Hooper though. United States against Panama, they scored 8 in the first half and then 1 in the second half to win 9-0. So you just never know how it's going to go and when the floodgates will open in some of these games. Under 5 minutes now. 2 balls on the pitch. Pelleru will make some changes for the second half. Here's Lang. There against Segura. Knocked right back in again. Hera beating Hooper to that. Neal knocks it back. Here's Hooper with it. Flicks it over the keeper, and she scores! Smart play by the veteran Hooper. Charmaine Hooper, again, to make it 2-0.
Well, Charmaine Hooper is such a smart player. She's got so much experience. She gets this ball. She knows the keeper's out. All she has to do is pop it over top, and that's what she does beautifully. Look at that ball, perfectly placed. Just a great finish by Charmaine Hooper.
Hooper's second of the game, this one in the 42nd minute. She now has 6 in the tournament to tie teammate Christine Sinclair and American Tiffany Milbrett for the most goals in the tournament. There's Hooper up there again looking for more. Lang comes up for support.
Here's a look there again at Hooper's nice goal. Takes a look up, sees the keeper out of her net, and just pops it over top.
Well, if there's a smart play to be made, you can pretty well count on Charmaine Hooper making it. She won't mess those up. Marie-Claire Hera has played all 3 games in goal for Costa Rica. There's Randy Hermes. That was a misfire. throw-in from Rojas. Briseño. Nonen knocks it away. Hooper tangled up there with Briseño. Sinclair, the ball is deflected and knocked away by Segura. Boyd for Chapman. Timko goes down the right, makes the run, gets to the ball. And then off Cynthia Lopez. So Canada in the dying moments here. Perhaps another opportunity. Here's Lang. Cross in front. And Charmaine Hooper has been in the middle of everything here this afternoon, hasn't she?
And that was a great effort by Charmaine Hooper. Tries to get in a diving header. Give Cara Lang credit on that one as well. Gets around her defender well. Gets a beautiful low cross in, and Hooper almost gets another one.
So the result is another corner kick. Here's Bertini. And that was right at the near post, and they seem to be planning it that way because the ball is either at the near post or short.
Well, it seems to be a set play that they've practiced and they're so good at. We've got Sinclair at that near post. Bertini's so good at hitting her almost every time.
We're now into 1 minute of injury time in the first half. Neal for Bertini. A long looping ball in front. Hooper and Lang were both up there. Here's Boyd. Chapman. Back into the middle to Neal. There's Hooper, can't quite get to it. Last few seconds now of the first half. And that's it, in fact. And so it's Charmaine Hooper in the 28th minute on a penalty, and Hooper again with a lovely little flick over the keeper Hera in the 42nd minute to provide Canada with a 2-0 margin after 45 minutes. Coming up at halftime, we'll head you back to Sportsnet News for an update, our recap of course, and we'll chat with the injured Carmelina Moscato when we come back. The score after 45 minutes, Canada 2, Costa Rica 0. Brittany Timko gets a rest.
I think Christina Kiss came in that second game in the last little bit and did a wonderful job playing some great balls through, so good decision. Good to see her out there. She's got a few caps under her belt, and we'll see if she can offer anything here in the second half.
And for Costa Rica, substitution as well. Number 9, Erica Castro is into this game, and number 17, Jacqueline Alvarez, comes out. So one substitution for each team as we get underway here in the second half. Here's Christine Sinclair. Attempts to get the cross in front, knocked away.
Alvarez, who was taken out for Costa Rica, is the all-time leading goal scorer for Costa Rica, but hasn't scored a goal yet in this tournament.
Well, and she won't now. Well, actually, I correct myself there because Costa Rica will be in the semifinals, so she still has an opportunity, but she has not done the job here in this tournament so far for her team. Here's Neal for Kiss. Looking for Lang. Lang has found it, gets the cross into Hooper, off the board! Well, I did not think that Cara Lang would get to that ball. Not only did she get to it, she got a quality cross in front.
And what a great ball Christina Kiss put in there. Just on the outside, enough spin for Cara Lang to get on the end of it. Beautiful ball in by Cara Lang, and Hooper with a great header hits the crossbar. That was a great opportunity. Christina Kiss making her mark right away.
So right away, it's a corner kick for Canada. Bertini to take it on the far side. Christine Sinclair is up there. Randy Hermes is as well. And there it is. It's into the net. I don't know how that one went in, but it's in, and it's 3-0 Canada. That was a funny one. Andrea Neal, I believe.
Well, here's the corner kick Bertini puts in. And it looks like it went off the
It's not Andrea Neal.
Costa Rican defense, maybe.
Or did Sinclair get her head on that? That's a tough one. It looks like Christine Sinclair. They're showing Andrea Neal there, but I think it's Christine Sinclair who scored that goal. Her 7th goal of the tournament, and she now leads the entire tournament in that department. Christine Sinclair just getting ahead on that corner kick from Silvana Bertini, and it's 3-0 Canada. There's a ball played in front, and steps up is Sinclair again. Still has it, lays it back and cleared away. Rather weakly, however, still in danger before Chavez gets it out, and then it was sent down by Rojas.
And here's a look at that again. It was Christine Sinclair, got a little touch on it.
This is Lopez. Christine Sinclair in the 47th minute. 3-0 Canada. Mentioned Megan Chavez getting a touch on the ball a moment ago. She scored 2 goals against Haiti, both goals in the 2-0 victory over Jamaica. She's just 18 years old, has scored 22 goals for her country, but she has been absolutely silent in this game. Throw in from Brianna Boyd.
And it looks like
Come and have a look at this goal. Yep.
Beautiful little touch.
Definitely Christine Sinclair.
And actually, I'm noticing Sinclair changing positions here in the second half. She's out there. It looks like they've pushed 3 players up front instead of 2. In the first half, Sinclair was playing behind the strikers. Now she's pushing up. Good decision, because in the first half, there were times where it was only Charmaine Hooper up front with 3 defenders. They've pushed 1 extra player up, give them a little bit more power up front and in the attack.
LeBlanc is way out there. Chapman tried to get that one up to Lang, but it was into touch. So here's the throw in from Lopez. Misplayed there by the defender, and then cleared finally by Trujillo. This half starting out the way the first half did, with it all being Canada. Costa Rica fought back a little bit in the latter stages of that second half, or first half rather. Another corner kick for Canada coming up here. And moving over to take it once again, Bertini.
And Bertini has perfected these corner kicks. She's got a great left foot on her. Hits Sinclair almost every single time.
8 corner kicks for Canada here. Neal tried to get after that one, couldn't do it. Kiss takes a crack at it. Nonan knocks it back in. Hooper staying onside for Sinclair. Over the keeper and over the top of the net. Canada coming close again.
Sinclair takes a look at the keeper out of the net, tries to pop it over top of her. A little too much, goes over the net, hits the top of the crossbar.
Cara Lang waiting anxiously for it to come down, maybe to finish it off. It just never did. Bertini heading that one. Cruz to Chavez. Played back for Chavez, and she has it. And then it's cleared by Nonan for Sinclair. Sinclair's ball for Lang wasn't far enough.
And Jerry Cruz, number 10 for Costa Rica, has been such a key player for them. She's only 17 years old. What a tricky little player, smart player. Best player on the pitch for them today.
She scored twice against Haiti the other day. LeBlanc way out to take this one. Canada really going forward now, looking for goals. Kiss knocks it in. Hermes steps up. Boyd with the header for Chapman. Back to Boyd. Looking for Lang. Taken out by Segura. Neal. This is Briseño. Back to is Neal for Sinclair. Hooper streaking into the middle, and the cross is deflected by Trujillo.
And Sinclair making an impact on that left wing, playing as a striker, getting those balls, trying to cross them in. Costa Rica defending well, holding positions well, just getting in front of the ball, deflecting them out.
And the corner kick on this side to be taken by Christina Kiss. Nice ball in. Bertini heads it back to Kiss. Back for Bertini. Her cross is a quality one in there. And you know, all the credit in the world to Silvana Bertini, who has been forced to play out of position in this tournament, as two Costa Rican players are down here, including the keeper.
And here's a beautiful cross in by Silvana Bertini. Andrea Neal going in hard, and it looks like a pretty tough collision there.
I think Neal banged heads with the defender. And the keeper there as well. It looked like all three of them might have banged heads. But the two Costa Rican players came out of it the worst. Neal's fine, even smiling about it. But back to Bertini, you know, playing all these years for Canada and now playing out of position here and admitting that she's not crazy about going up and down that flank, but she's done a great job at it.
Well, I talked to her about it, and I had the privilege of playing that left flank when I was on the national team for a couple years, and it's a tough position, and boy, she's adapted so well to it. The one thing Pellerid wasn't sure about was if she'd be able to cross those long balls in, and well, she's proven that she can. She's a tremendous crosser, and hey, she can finish too.
Keeper Herrera still a little bit under the weather here. Neal for Sinclair, flicking it on for Bertini. Sinclair can't get to it. Didn't need to, it goes for a corner kick anyway. And here's Kiss again. Sinclair now with 7 goals in the tournament. Here's Kiss's corner kick. And that one doesn't work for Canada. Canada with goals from Hooper in the 28th, 42nd, and then Sinclair in the 47th minute to make it 3-0. So here's the way this tournament works. The semifinals are on Wednesday. The winner of this group will play Mexico. The United States will play the second place team in this group, which will be Costa Rica if Canada goes on to win. Those games both at Safeco Field in Seattle on Wednesday, and then the final and the consolation final on Saturday, next Saturday at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Of course, we'll be there for you. Here's Shirley Cruz losing possession. Nonan winning that ball for Chapman. Chapman making a bit of a run through the middle. Knocked away by Cynthia Lopez. There's a bad ball that went right to Bertini. It ends up now with Sinclair getting it. Across into the middle. Just in between players for Canada. as Chapman was slightly behind. Lang and Hooper knocked back in. There's Bertini with a left foot, and again another bit of an awkward ball. Tough for the strikers to handle.
And Canada getting opportunities, getting so many balls across in front of the net, just not getting someone on the end of them. You know, one of these strikers should hold off the runs, hang back a little bit, and make that run forward once the ball's kicked, and time the run to the ball being crossed.
Trujillo. There's Hooper playing the ball back. Kept in play by Chavez. Sinclair fighting to take that ball. There's Claire Rustad warming up at the end of the pitch here. Hard to say if any of these players will get into the game or if they're just stretching and keeping warm. Hooper committing the foul there against Trujillo.
Charmaine Hooper gets called a lot when she's holding off players. She's just so strong that you can't help but knock down another player when you've got as much strength as she does, and she gets called all the time for those.
Amy Walsh warming up. Several of the Canadians at the end of the pitch down there in the track area. Temperature about 10 degrees at game time. It's probably dropped a little bit as the afternoon wears on. Rojas and Sinclair colliding. And it's a goal kick.
Again, Costa Rica playing a very tight defensive game. What they've done is place players in front of the strikers and behind the strikers. More opportunity for them to win possession of the ball. Number 6, Briceño, is in front of the strikers, winning all those loose balls that come through.
Costa Rica will get the ball here. Megan Chavez leaves it to Rojas. Sinclair the other way. Hooper after it and has it. That's Hermes throwing it in, and it comes back to Hermes. Immediately into the box for Hooper. Can't handle it. Cleared by Rodriguez. There's Cruz. Not giving the Costa Ricans much room. Canada all over them. Going and misfires a little bit there.
Costa Rica, though, some crafty little players. Rodriguez with some nice moves in there.
This is Briceño. Right to Christine Sinclair, who wins possession, but then immediately back comes Briceño. Sinclair a little slow to get up. She's on her feet now, and this is Cruz. Long shot, weak and off target.
Unfortunately, Costa Rica, not too much firepower up front. Canada outmatching them and outnumbering them there.
Costa Rica finally with a shot directed at goal. That's with less than a half hour to play in the game. This tournament has developed perfectly for Canada. A couple of easy games and then a game that's slightly more difficult against a team that plays the same style as the team they will probably face in the semifinals should they win this.
Mexico definitely a very crafty team, great technically. I expect them to be great with the ball at their feet, and that's something Canada's really going to have to be aware of, and not give those players too much time on the ball.
And of course, everybody except Evan Pellerud and his players are looking ahead to a final with Canada and the United States, and what a treat that will be at the Rose Bowl. Here's Bertini with a shot off the bar. The return shot by Bertini, and the keeper saves it. Hera under siege here, helped by the bar on the first shot, and then here's in the second one.
Wow, just a beautiful effort there by Bertini. Tries it again, and unbelievable save by the keeper.
Christina Kiss with the corner kick. Canada maybe looking for a fourth here. Headed wide. And Hera has been bothered since colliding there a few moments ago. There's that save again. First one off the bar, and then look at this.
Gets her own rebound. Oh, beautiful save. Doesn't look like she collided with the bar, though.
Bertini heads that goal kick back down. Hooper flicks it ahead for Sinclair. Talk about a Canada-US final. The Americans with 2-3-0 victories. We're in the 63rd minute here. And then a 9-0 whitewashing of Panama. They finally let them loose. Tiffany Milbrick with 5. Many of those players still holdovers from the 1999 World Cup team.
And Mia Hamm and Christine Lilly were two players that didn't play in that last game against Panama, that 9-0 game. So it tells you they got a pretty strong group of players, not just those 11 that started that last game.
But it used to be that when Canada played the United States would win easily. But that gap has narrowed considerably, and it's no longer a sure thing for the United States. In fact, Canada has beaten the United States recently.
They have beaten them, they've tied them, and they've lost to them all in the last little while. And I think a lot of that credit is due to Evan Pellerud. He's done a great job coming in, changing the style of the team, bringing in some new faces, and now Canada can compete with any team in the world.
Here's Boyd, sending one in deep. Headed by the defender for another corner kick for Canada. So it just continues on and on here, and Pellerud doesn't look very happy, does he? But I guess after you get 11 goals and then 9 goals, you want more. The most goals they've ever scored under Pellerud is 12 against Guatemala a couple of years ago. 11 would be next, and then 9 would be after that. This is the 12th corner kick for Canada. Bertini swings it in again. Knocked away. Boyd back to chase it. Good move by Brianna Boyd. Another good move, and then she's fouled.
Brianna Boyd has done such a good job in that defensive back. Solid player, smart player. Moves forward with the ball well, and just gets clipped on that one.
Brianna Boyd of Edmonton, Alberta. Her 35th appearance for Canada in the University of Nebraska. This is Randy Hermes. In for Chapman. Back is Cruz. It's the player you've talked about, Helen, who does seem to show more than any of the Costa Ricans we've seen. And again, she's only 17.
Well, they seem to have a bright future with 6 under-19 players starting in this game. Looks like their future's bright as well.
Here's Sinclair. Couldn't find Hooper. Boyd steps up. Lang is there for Sinclair. Cleared aimlessly by Rojas. Hermes for Sinclair. Oh, nice touch by Sinclair. Then into Bertini. Knocked away. It's ping pong here for Canada right now. Boyd knocks it in. Cleared now by Segura. Less than 25 minutes to go. Even though the goal tally is much less than the previous 2 games, there's no doubt Canada has got this match well in hand, with Karina LeBlanc virtually nothing to do back there. And that one by Trujillo is typical of what we've seen here, just clearing it aimlessly, and many times it's going out of bounds.
Well, I think they expected this game to be a very defensive game for them, and it's turned out to be that way. And they've done a good job, really, defensively, allowing only 3 goals. They've been tight in the back. They've been marking their players well.
There's Kiss for Lang. It was a little behind her, allowing Briseño to clear it. Christine Sinclair with 7 goals in the tournament. Hooper with 6. Tiffany Milbert of the United States with 6. The second half here has been all Canada. Karina LeBlanc has spent most of her time about 20 yards short of center field. And referee Sandra Hunt of the United States trying to settle things down here a little bit. Free kick to Canada. Substitution for Canada coming up here. This is Melanie Booth getting set to come on. And Silvana Bertini will be coming off. So Melanie Booth of Burlington, Ontario, coming into this game. This will be her 8th appearance for Canada, and Silvana Bertini gets a well-deserved rest. She has had a tremendous round-robin tournament here. This substitution in the 68th minute.
Bertini has to be happy with her performance here. She's done a great job offensively and defensively.
Cleared there by Chavez. Hooper has it. Back to Hermes. Cleared by Herro, the keeper. Nonan knocks it back the other way. Cleared there by Salazar. Nonan for Booth. Melanie Booth takes a look and finds Cara Lang. Lang committing the foul there. And referee Sandra Hunt is pulling out the card for Cara Lang.
Here's a look at that foul. Didn't look that
weak.
bad.
I think that's weak.
You know, Jerry, some of these yellow cards that I've seen given over the last few days, unnecessary yellow cards.
Well, that seemed, I guess she fouled her, but it wasn't a yellow, in my humble opinion. Free kick from Trujillo. Knocked back by Hermes. This is Rojas. She's only 17. Game in a bit of a lull here with under 20 minutes to go. Throw in from Rojas. Castro can't handle it.
It might be a free kick. Looks like she was brought down here.
By Booth. Stepping up is Rojas to take it. Christine Sinclair with 7 goals. Based on today's performance, Hooper and Tiffany Milbert tied with 6 goals each. The Americans finished their round-robin play yesterday. Canada wrapping up things today. The tournament moves on to Seattle after this game. There's Lang for Kiss, who is running down the left flank. Across into the middle, cut out. Cruz. Nonan for Hermes. Headed poorly there by Rojas. Throwing to Canada, up steps Melanie Booth. for Lang. Lang has it. Chapman chasing that one. Boyd now for Kiss. Far side for Boyd. Back to Nonan. Chasing her is Castro. Nonan in for Hooper. Then for Kiss, who takes a shot. There was a nice build-up to that play. The finish not quite sufficient, but it was a good play.
Well, a beautiful ball in, and Charmaine Hooper, she's such a great target player. When you lay the ball into her, she'll always look to see if there's players behind her she can knock it off to. And Christina Kiss made a beautiful run-up. Didn't get a great shot off, but good effort.
Canada with 11 shots on target. Costa Rica with one directed at target that I can recall, but no shots on goal.
Well, it's obvious from the formation of the Costa Rican team that they've come to this game to play a very defensive game, and they've been playing most of their players back, outnumbering sometimes the Canadian attack, but they've come into this game to try and keep the score down, it looks like, Jerry.
Here's Nonan. Don't forget, you can catch the Canadian Hockey League in action tonight. It's an OHL game, Oshawa at Brampton. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific, right here on Rogers Sportsnet. And you can also catch after CHL Sportsnet News, the primetime edition, with those characters, Peter Labardius and RJ Broadhead, to give you a fun hour of your Sunday in sports. So watch for that at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Attendance today, with the sun shining, about double what it has been in previous games. Over 3,200 people here at Centennial Stadium.
Looked like Sinclair got pulled down there, and resulting in a free kick for Canada.
And Canada making another substitution here. This is Amy Walsh coming into the game, and Carl Lang is coming out, and that might be a smart move with this game well in hand. And Carl Lang has been bumped around and knocked a little bit here today, and you don't want anything to happen now, and so Amy Walsh comes in. Amy Walsh from Montreal, her 56th appearance for Canada. And for the 25-year-old, this represents, I believe, her third appearance coming off the bench in this tournament. I think she's come off in every game. This in the 75th minute.
Yes, and I think taking Carl Lang, a good decision there. She does have a yellow card, Jerry, and you don't want to risk her getting another yellow card out of the next game.
So Amy Walsh comes on to wrap things up here. 15 minutes to go. Corner kick to Canada. And headed there and then knocked off the line by one of the defenders. That was a ping-pong effort there. Still in there. Here's Boyd trying to corral it. It's won by Costa Rica.
And look at how many men Boyd had around her. She had 3 white Costa Rican jerseys around her.
This is Cruz, definitely the best player for Costa Rica, one of their youngest. Trying to find Chavez there, was knocked away. Here's Kiss now. Back for Nonan. Walsh. Throw in from Amy Walsh. That's Hooper over there to get it. Back for Walsh. And the referee is coming up with another yellow card. This time to Charmaine Hooper. Down on the pitch is Cindy Rodriguez. What a joke, I think, were the words that came out of Hooper's mouth there.
And I didn't see the infraction, but the way the calls have been made this game, some of them, I don't know how necessary they've been.
And Evan Pellerud, you might be able to read his lips or even hear him. He's just telling Charmaine to settle down and get away from there. 76th minute, Hooper is cautioned.
Again, Jerry, you don't want Charmaine Hooper getting another yellow card in this game.
That foul committed off the ball, away from the play. Here's the free kick. Costa Rica with 1 player up, Canada with 4 back. Here's Boyd. For Hooper. Chapman's ball was knocked right into Rojas, who sends it downfield. Hermes. Costa Rica ball. Some of these fouls, I'm not too sure where they're coming from. Three 3-0 Canada. Here's the free kick. After today's game, Canada will stay in Victoria. Then the team will get on the ferry from Victoria tomorrow afternoon, which takes them right into downtown Seattle, where they will remain and prepare for the semifinal game Wednesday night. Here's Kiss. For Hooper. Hooper's cross off the face of the defender. You could hear that smack up here. I think that's Monica Salazar. She's the 16-year-old in the lineup. Boy, oh boy.
And Chamreen can boot a ball pretty hard, and boy, just unlucky there. That's gotta hurt.
That's a big red mark. That's what that is. Wow. Monica Salazar, the youngest player on the pitch right now. Goodness. So a bit of a break here now while the stretcher comes out. Head coach Ricardo Rodriguez giving instructions to Marcelo Rojas, while Melanie Booth waits to get the ball back in play. So things have ground to a halt here while they put Salazar on the stretcher. Salazar with a yellow card earlier in the game, and now taking that one off the face from Charmaine Hooper. Don't forget, next Saturday you can catch another outstanding edition of Soccer Central. You'll follow the women's road to the World Cup, our world report, of course, and an update on MLS expansion. Here's Cruz. We're back in play now. Chapman wins that. Neal into the middle for Hooper. Nonan for Boyd. Boyd for Walsh, who lets it go.
Probably not the best option for Boyd. Walsh had a player right on her.
According to our statistics, Canada has had the ball, percentage-wise, twice as much as Costa Rica. Costa Rica clearing. This is Castro. Cruz, nice little ball back to Castro. Castro by herself up there pretty much. Finally, Cruz comes up to help. Andrea Neal fouled there. Castro arguing about the placement for the free kick. Not that a couple of yards there would matter a whole lot, I don't think, at this juncture.
And she didn't really move too much out of the way either.
Booth sends it in there. Headed on. Hooper can't beat the keeper to it. Costa Rica trying to get another substitution in here. LeBlanc back to recover. Number 2 is Emilia Solano, getting set to come into this game. And coming out will be 18-year-old Cindy Rodriguez. Chavez. A lost ball that goes to Walsh for Boyd. Boyd swings it into the box. Sinclair can't get up for it. Hooper has it. In for Kiss. I don't know how she didn't get a shot away there.
Well, it looked like she was holding off on that shot, trying to fake out the goalkeeper, but Costa Rican defender came and cleaned it off.
Costa Rica back the other way. Canada with so many players back, there just are no options at all.
Well, Canada's changed their system since Walsh came in. They're playing a 4-4-2 now, so that probably accounts for a few more players playing defensively.
Kiss heads that forward. Sinclair can't get it. Very scrambly here for the moment. Cruz. And that was a run to nowhere by the Costa Rican player, Rodriguez. And Rodriguez finally, actually it's not Rodriguez coming off, or is it? Yes, it is. Rodriguez does come off. In the 83rd minute, it's Emilia Solano coming on. So 18-year-old Cindy Rodriguez is done, gets a hug from the coach. And the throw-in comes from Rojas.
And three Costa Rican midfielders players there, not marked at all.
Walsh. Just a little bit too far for Neal. There's Booth. Booth with lots of time and room to make a play. And she's found Hooper. Costa Rican player down. Hooper tried to thread it to for Sinclair, didn't work.
There's so many Costa Rican players in that defensive third that it's so hard to find that space to thread those through.
Nice move there by Andrea Neal to retain possession. Randy Hermes lofts one down there. Hooper was going up against Briseño. Chapman. Booth. Into the box. Sinclair tried to flick it back for Walsh. Neal knocks it back in. Some bumping going on there. Kiss against Chavez. Canada will keep it down here deep in Costa Rican territory.
Kiss is really good at keeping her body between the ball and the player, and she did that very well there.
Here's Hooper. Back for Neal. Cut out by Cruz. Cruz taking a hopeful shot, perhaps thinking maybe LeBlanc is too far out, but she wasn't going to fool her with that.
I did see Cruz take a look, get her head up, see that LeBlanc was out, but not going to beat her on a shot like that.
Here's Boyd. For Walsh, making a run. Sinclair has it. Lays it back to Walsh. Into the middle to Neal. And Neal had all her players going the wrong way.
I think she was expecting one of those strikers to make a run in towards the middle, but they all made runs outside.
Marie-Claire Herrera, Costa Rican keeper, seems to have recovered from some earlier knocks that had her hobbled and stumbling around a little bit. Here's Walsh. Amy Walsh can't find Sinclair. Cruz. She has been impressive for 17 years old.
She's a great little technical player.
She has it again. Cruz making a run here. Again, there's only a couple of players up front, and Canada has about 8 back. Offside there.
If you watch Cruz when she has the ball, she keeps it so close to her feet that it's really hard to win possession of the ball without fouling her. And there's a look at the offside.
Cleared by Segura. Boyd steps up. Walsh and Solano having fun together there. And here's Sinclair with a left-footed shot just off the target. Sinclair that close, scoring her 8th.
And it was a beautifully taken strike. Just went off the outside of her foot a little bit, went wide. Charmaine Hooper, give her credit for putting a nice little ball into Sinclair.
Actually missed by more than I thought it had. This is Trujillo. Walsh for Hooper. Chasing her is Salazar. Boyd for Walsh. Ball is deflected and knocked away. Boyd has it. Walsh couldn't control it. Walsh, that play is blown down, and it'll be Costa Rica's ball. Another substitution coming up here for Costa Rica. Waiting to come in is Marta Chavez. And coming out is Shirley Cruz. So Cruz, the 17-year-old, has had a great game, and she comes out to be replaced by Marta Chavez. That's in the 89th minute.
That's actually Megan Chavez's little sister.
Two Chavezes on the team, and Marta now comes onto the pitch. This game winding down safely in hand here, 3-0 for Canada. And I think it's pretty safe to say they will go on to play Mexico in the semifinal on Wednesday, while the United States will play Costa Rica.
3-0, same score that the U.S. beat Mexico and Trinidad and Tobago, and I wondered how the U.S. couldn't score more goals, and I guess I'm understanding it watching this game, Jerry.
The winners of the semifinal games will not only meet in the final, but they will automatically qualify for next summer's World Cup in China. The two losers will play in the consolation final, and the winner of that game still has an opportunity to qualify via the back door in a playoff against a yet-to-be-named Asian team. So the important thing is now to win that semifinal match. Qualify for the World Cup. Here's the throw in from Booth. We're now into injury time here. The shadows are long. The sun's starting to set here in Victoria. 2 minutes of injury time still to be played. And then the preliminary round of the Gold Cup will be over. Here's Booth. Nice ball in there, but it's right at the keeper, Hera.
Well, that game against Mexico is going to be a really tough game. A lot of those Mexican players play in the United States.
Kiss for Chapman. Beaten to it into the corner by Briseño. And then cleared nicely by her. However, it's right into the middle to Neal for Hooper. Back for Chapman, and she misfires there from in close. Once again, we will have the Canada semifinal against Mexico for you on Wednesday, and then we will be there at the Rose Bowl for the final as well. If it's Canada in the final, we'll have that. If it's the consolation final, we'll have that. Trujillo. Booth. Headed back by Neal for Hermes. The far side to Boyd. Boyd with a long one in there. Hooper goes up, flicks it on, just beyond Kiss.
And a nice run in by Christina Kiss. A nice little touch by Charmaine Hooper. Kiss just not reaching that one.
Booth with a long throw in for Hooper. Gets away from Salazar. Back for Booth. A high, lazy one in there. But Hera gets there in time. Here's Booth. 2 touches. Knocked away there by Rojas. Neal back to Booth. And there it is. Canada has defeated Costa Rica by a score of 3-0 and will move on to the semifinals against Mexico. Final score 3-0 here at Centennial Stadium in Victoria. We'll wrap things up for you in just a moment.